Hey YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about pure handbag insanity, about the things that swirl through, at least my mind, that don't make much sense. And I guess always that desire to have the next thing. When I got back from my Mediterranean vacation, I'll link the playlist down below. I made 5 videos when I was there, and I think you'll enjoy them if you haven't seen them already. But when I got back, I kind of had a pivot in my mindset and felt like experiences were more important than bags. Well, I have to tell you, I still feel that way, and I did sell my Pochette Métis and my Clapton by Louis Vuitton so that I could go see Taylor Swift on a girls' trip in October with all of the females pretty much on my husband's side of the family. So that's done. That's like scheduled, booked, the whole shebang. But my perspective on not shopping seems to have slowly changed since I made that video about experiences versus handbags. I've gotten sucked back into the handbag world. And a lot of it has to do with the emails I get. Like, for instance, I ordered the Marc Jacobs, the tote bag in that floral print because of an email I got from 24S announcing a sale. So I really should go in and delete all of my promotional emails again, but I don't wanna do that. And if you all didn't read some of the things I wrote in the video about the Marc Jacobs small, the tote bag in that floral print, you may or may not know that I did decide to return that bag. And the reason was that I felt like the white strap didn't really go with the floral bag. It was like it was sort of an afterthought just thrown on. And then the other thing was that the bottom of the bag had a stiff base shaper in it. And some of you out there were almost mad, it seemed like, that I did a return. But I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because where I live, I cannot go to a Coach store. I cannot go to a Marc Jacobs store. And I certainly can't go to any of the luxury stores. So if I'm going to try something, I have to order it online. And you can't expect that everything's going to work. It's lucky if half the stuff works. Think about when you go to a dressing room and you try on 8 things and you come out with 1 or 2 that you like. I mean, I think my odds are better than that because I put a lot of thought into each purchase. I watch videos if they're available on the items I'm choosing before I make these purchases. But you know, you really just can't tell till you get it in your closet. So it makes me a little sad that people get mad at me for showing you something and then returning it. I mean, I'm not terribly sad, but I feel a little let down when I read those comments. Overwhelmingly, though, people are positive and they like to hear what I have to say about bags, whether or not I keep them or I return them. And as far as that floral Marc Jacobs, the tote bag goes, all of the leather Marc Jacobs, the tote bags, and I'm not sure about the canvas ones. My large, the tote bag, it doesn't have that in there. I mean, it's a real thick canvas, but it doesn't have a base shaper in there. But so far as I know, all of the leather ones do. And if you look here, mine is really smooshy, even on the sides. And the one I showed you before, this right here was really firm. And this in the middle was a little bit more firm than this. And it felt kind of flimsy as far as the base shaper goes. It was kind of pokey and made it have more of a triangular feel to me. And I just like these to feel like this. I like these to feel like this. So I am not going to buy any of the new small, the tote bags or medium or whatever in leather, unless I'm darn sure that they don't have that base shaper, which means that I think my collection is done. Now, in my defense, I got this bag back, I think around the May time frame, and this is the denim, the tote bag. It's like a jacquard weave. It's still available on 24S at a great deal. I'll link it down below, but it is smooshy on the bottom too. And I have Zumani organizers in this bag as well as in the cement bag. And despite that, they're still gushy. Now, if you're looking at the chain here, this is a Coach chain. I can also link it down below. And I think it looks so cool on the denim, the tote bag. And this chain is from Next Fashion. So that's how I've decked out these two bags. Now, say you have a tote bag that you wish had the bottom structure. Well, you can get these base shapers, and these are my favorite ones, and I love base shapers on a lot of my bags. My Gucci Marmont bags, I just can't hardly live without these. My Saint Laurent camera bags, I can't live without these. I'm trying to think of some of the other bags that I can't live without. I love these in my Saint Laurent Lulu bags, not the puffer. I like the puffer to be mushy, but I like it in like the regular Lulu styles. You have a discount code with M Boutique Australia. If you want to buy a base shaper for a bag because it has a saggy bottom, they are like my top pick. I used to talk about them all the time, but now all the bags that I have these in, I don't talk about them a lot anymore. So if you want a firm bottom, this feels a lot better to me inside of my tote bag than the built-in one that Marc Jacobs puts in. I think it's probably because it goes up on the side a little bit, and it's like a padded base shaper. It just has a little bit of padding, and that makes it feel softer and not quite so flimsy right at the corners. So it takes this bag from that, and I'm gonna just take out the Zumani insert. Isn't that a pretty color? So with nothing in the bag, you see we're just completely pliable now. You put the base shaper in, and then all of a sudden we have a firm bottom. And then if you do decide to put an insert in on top of that, you're even more structured. But I like the feel of this better than the new built-in ones. So regarding the return of the floral, the tote bag, I loved the pattern on that bag. I feel like the leather isn't quite as soft and squishy as the full grain pebbled leather on these bags, but it felt pretty good. And I decided to order the sack, and there aren't a whole lot of reviews on the sack out there. And so I figured I would order it. I intend to keep it because I, A, know what the leather feels like. B, it's a soft, slouchy, smooshy bag. And C, it's just gorgeous. So my plan is to keep it. I don't ever order stuff that I plan to return. I think about every order carefully, and for the most part, I don't order things on a whim, but I'm going to get to that here in a second because I did order something on a whim this past weekend, and it wasn't such a good idea. So I have quite the Louis Vuitton collection at this point. I think I have around 28 bags. I love that brand. I think I like it the most out of all the brands in my collection. And so I found myself Saturday morning with a little bit of time on my hands. And whenever you all were guessing as to which bag I might have picked up for the reveal I did last Saturday, if you haven't seen that, I'll link that video down below because that is an exciting new bag that I just shared with you. But I was sitting there Saturday morning thinking about this bag. Now, I really like this bag. This is the Pallas BB, and it has been essentially replaced by a newer style called the Trianon PM. And I was going down a rabbit hole on eBay and Fashion File looking at the Pallas BBs, and I found one that was this monogram, but that it had like a taupey colored handle and inset here. Most of the ones with the taupey colored inset have vachetta handles, but this one had both leather and then also the side panel leather. A lot of the Pallas BBs don't have the side panel leather. It is all the canvas down here, and I really like this combo. And so far, I think I've seen it in like a golden yellow with the side panels, the same color, black, and that brownish color was new. I'd never seen that one before. And then this one, this is, I believe, called De La Vin. And I love, love, love this bag. So I was sort of contemplating getting another. And I went to YouTube to look at videos, I searched Pallas BB to see what colors popped up so I would know what I could look for. And a screen showing Jessie Style within the picture, this bag and the Trianon PM came up. And I thought, oh, the Trianon PM, I should go check that out. And guess what? There was one on Fashion File, excellent condition, part of the 300 off 3,000, 500 off 5,000, 100 off 1,000 sale. And So it was already, I believe, $600 to $700 below retail. And then if I added a charm, which I liked, that was $330, retail $520, then I got $300 off, which I would have taken directly off the bag, making it $1,000 below retail, which is like European prices. And so I bought it. And then immediately I felt really guilty because if you remember, this is supposed to be a lower buy year for me. And I set forth these rules that I would buy a bag or jewelry in May, a bag or jewelry in August, and then a bag or jewelry in December. And in May, I got the Keep All 25 from the Room with a View collection. That would be this one. Now in August, I initially said when I got the Marc Jacobs, the tote bag with the floral, that that was not going to be my August bag. But I decided now that I've ordered the sack, that the sack in combination with a smaller piece of jewelry, that those two items are going to be my August purchase because we're almost to August, and combining those two things, it's less than what I would spend on most all Louis Vuitton bags. And I figured I have bought a lot lately, and that's going to be my August purchase, but it'll be two items since they're both lower value items. This Trianon bag that I ordered, I thought, well, I'll put it on PayPal credit and pay for it over 6 months so that it doesn't feel like I'm buying it right now, and I'll own it by December because I will pay a little bit more than 1/6 of the amount each month. Now the Trianon PM is a gorgeous bag. It is a bicolor in the turtle dove color, and I just sold my favorite new model in the same pattern because that style just didn't work for me. Well, I know the Trianon would work for me because I have the Palace BB and I love it. And so I was like, ooh, I found an amazing bag. I have to get it. I have to get it. And so I hit buy. And then I immediately felt like I needed to sell something. So a lot of times I decide what to sell based on maybe one of you reaching out to me, telling me I would buy this bag if you ever decided to sell it. So if you didn't know that and you see something you like, it never hurts to put that bug in my ear because sometimes if I'm not using it, I will go ahead and sell it. And I have one of my friends who has said, if you ever sell this green Gucci bag, I will buy it from you. So I started thinking, would I sell that? And the answer is no, because I don't have a Kelly green bag other than this one, and I love it. So I'm not going to sell the green Gucci bag. I'm so sorry. The other bag that she mentioned she might buy would be my Saint Laurent Lulu puffer bag in the denim. And honestly, and you know, I thought about it for a minute, but I love the texture and the feeling of this denim. It just goes with my other denim because it contrasts so well with the other denim pieces I have that I just can't let this go either. I can't. I mean, I think about, okay, well, what would I be getting? I would be getting the beautiful Trianon PM, which looks like the Palace bag. And I love that idea, but this one, I feel like this is carefree because denim, it's okay for it to look a little roughed up. So if I get the corners a little bumped up on this one, I don't mind as much. And I feel like I'm going to have to baby the turtle dove color bicolor Trianon PM a lot more than I would have to baby this one. So this is a whole crazy thought process, as you can see. I got to thinking, I have this bag, which is essentially in a taupe shade, and I love this one. This is my favorite of my 3 Gucci Marmonts, and it is just a hint pink, but mostly taupe. So this one's going nowhere, and I'm talking about my beige colored bags because the Trianon would be adding a beige colored bag. Then I have my Lulu in the small size, and I absolutely love this bag. Now, both of these I tend to wear on the shoulder. They will both go crossbody, but I don't consider them true crossbody bags. So then the only taupey colored bag that I have left that I can think of is my beautiful Capucines in the Gallet shade. Now, this bag is absolutely stunning, and I've used it, and it is so much more functional than you would think. I bought this chain separately for $600. It did come with a Capucines a year or two ago, and a gal was able to sell it to me, and I spruced my Gallet Capucines up with it. This bag's pretty darn comfortable crossbody. It is, I'm sure, not as comfortable as the Trianon PM, but it is pretty darn comfortable. And I love the feeling of the Tyrolean leather. It almost has like a dry feeling to it, like a powdery texture. And it is just purely, it is just amazing to feel this bag. And so I thought about selling this one because I thought this one's worth a little more. It would pay for the Trianon PM, as well as put some money in the bank for experiences or jewelry. And it's gorgeous, but I don't use it a bunch. But when I have used it, I've really enjoyed it. So I put my feelers out there and asked a few people if they would be interested in this bag. And if you want to know how much I was considering selling it for, you can reach out to me on DM on Instagram or on my email, which I linked down in the description box. I will not respond to price inquiries via the comments section. But I considered selling this. I might consider still selling it. But at this point, since I asked my people, some of the people that I have sold things to in the past, and they said no, I decided, you know what? I'm canceling the Trianon PM. I shouldn't have jumped on it. I felt guilty for it. I canceled it. There will be other bags on sale for Black Friday. There will be a lot of other bags on sale. If I go shopping any particular day, I can find a deal, it seems like. And so the key is I need to just not be shopping, because if you're shopping, the likelihood is that you are going to find something at a fabulous price, especially in the times and in the economy that we are in right now. I forgot, I have one more taupey colored bag, and that is my Luke Hammer bag by Saint Laurent. And this is a true crossbody. So you can see I got lots of taupey options, and this one is very unique amongst the grouping. Actually, these two are both kind of unique in terms of my collection, and this one is not going anywhere. And so I don't know. I suppose there is a chance that I would consider parting ways with this one. But when I looked at the Trianon again and really thought about it, I think I like this better. And so in the end, Fashionphile has the option to cancel a transaction before it's being processed to ship. So I hit the cancel button and the relief hit me almost immediately. And so I'm glad I didn't buy. I'm glad I resisted. Will I resist in the future? Who knows? But as far as taupey colored bags go, I think I'm covered for the moment. I think. You'll have to let me know what you guys think. Do you think that would have been a good addition to my collection? And if so, which of these bags would you let go in order to get it? If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there is the same. It's the @, then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.